There are two recent developments to damage prevention in Wisconsin that are important to know about. Both of these new tools work to enforce the state law and to encourage compliance with Diggers Hotline's policies and procedures. These are pretty substantial changes, and everyone should be aware of them. One of the developments comes out of a change to state law and deals with violations concerning natural gas or other hazardous materials. The second development establishes procedures that ensure all parties are upholding their responsibilities as excavators and members of Diggers Hotline. Both are up and running and currently being used. Much of the damage prevention process in Wisconsin comes from the wording in Wisconsin State Statute Chapter 182, Section 0175. This is what requires excavators to call Diggers Hotline and to respect the buffer zone around utilities and marks. It's what requires the member utilities to have their buried facilities marked at excavation sites. Each group of stakeholders has responsibilities spelled out in the law. So there's a lot to the state law. It's a good idea to read through it yourself to get familiar with it. You can find it on the Diggers Hotline website under More Information and then click on Law. The latest change to Chapter 182, Section 0175 spelled out a process to enforce for violations when natural gas or other hazardous materials are involved. Examples of when this new enforcement process could be applied would be things like a utility not marking a gas service or an excavator working near a gas main without a locate request. The enforcement process begins when a violation of the law is reported to Diggers Hotline on the Diggers Hotline website. Once that complaint and the accompanying evidence is submitted, it is sent to the accused party who admits or denies the violation and is also encouraged to provide their own documentation to back up their side of the case. Then, the original complaint and the response to that complaint are reviewed by a panel of industry stakeholders, including 2 excavators, 2 utilities, 1 municipality, 1 locator, and 1 representative from Diggers Hotline. This group reviews both sides of the complaint and decides if there was a probable cause that a violation of the law occurred. If there's no probable cause, the complaint is dismissed and that ends the process. But if there is a vote of probable cause, the group has another decision to make. The panel can offer an educational course to resolve the complaint, or the panel can vote to refer the incident to the Wisconsin Public Service Commission. If the Public Service Commission investigates the complaint, it's authorized to issue fines of up to $25,000 per day per offense. It's not unusual for an investigation to reveal multiple violations of the law in one incident. The new enforcement process was designed to have real teeth to it, to hold any violator responsible for breaking the law. But the enforcement process only covers natural gas and other hazardous materials. It doesn't cover all types of buried utilities. That's why the new Compliance Review and Improvement Program was created. It was designed to address violations not covered by the enforcement process. This program is explained in full on the Diggers Hotline website under More Information and Compliance Program. It's designed for repeated attacks of non-compliance of policies or procedures or the state law. Non-compliance here includes not adhering to Wisconsin Statute 182, Section 0175, policies in the Excavator's Guide, the membership agreement or the field manual, or other ticket guidance offered by Diggers Hotline. Examples of compliance violations on the excavator side could be using crew on-site relocates when not needed, or digging without locates near electric or telecommunication lines. Examples of compliance violations on the utility side would be using screening software to incorrectly screen out tickets, resulting in tickets not being located as required, or not locating or responding to tickets by the start date and time. There are many more examples on both the excavator side and the utility side. The goal here is to curtail ongoing abuses of policies or violations of the law. In the Compliance Review and Improvement Program, ongoing issues, abuses, or violations are reported to the Diggers Hotline Advisory Board. After review, if the Advisory Board finds the report is worthy of further investigation, it will work with the accused company to come up with a solution and a plan to improve the situation. That's one way the process here ends. But if the accused company chooses not to improve, different corrective actions can be implemented. Again, this is just a quick summary of the process. The full description of the Compliance Review and Improvement Program can be found under More Information on the Diggers Hotline website. Both the enforcement process and the Compliance Review and Improvement Program may be very involved and detailed, but ensuring both excavators and member utilities are upholding their responsibilities is worth the time and effort involved. Thanks for your time today. If you have any questions about either the enforcement process or the Compliance Review and Improvement Program, please email safetymeeting@diggershotline.com.